And your love when I see it, I can tell when I feel it. I go tell your daddy, I go tell your mommy to be.
Side and say I'm back at it again. Yeah, it's been a while since I made a YouTube video, especially posted one. So I thought I should get back into it. Yeah, so anyways, I missed you guys. Today I want to talk about like relationship problems, what we all face, and I list down like 7 most common ones, even the ones that I have been through. And I think like maybe if we try to adjust them, we could make it work, like you can force a relationship, by the way, like you just gotta try like to give them love, give them understanding, being honest like every time, even though it's hard sometimes. But yeah, so the first one is like we should always make time for each other, like if you're busy with work, studies, job, like your own business, like you should always make time for your loved ones. It's like, do not neglect somebody and use work or studies or any of that as an excuse. Like nobody's ever 24 hours busy. Even if they are, there are lunch breaks, tea breaks, like mid breaks, like all of those where you could just text a person like 1 minute and just ask them like if you're okay, how are you, and just tell them like, okay, I just wanted to check up on you or something, just for them to make them feel loved, like you don't have to talk to a person 24 hours a day. You could just like show some concern, show some love. Just, we all know like some of us are busy and some of us aren't, but you know that's what I'm saying. Like we should try to avoid that and just make time for each other. If somebody really cares about you, they'll make time for you. And if you see somebody doesn't really make time for you, then you already know the answer, and you can force that person. Anyways, the second one is like conflicts that make your relationship that like make your relationship hard. Like stubbornness, like we've all been there. Like, yeah, I'm a little bit stubborn, but like there are some people very stubborn. Like if you tell them they did something wrong, they do not want to admit that they did something wrong. I guess it's kind of like ego, like to admit that they didn't do it, like just to, like don't let your ego, stubbornness, like don't let that get through in your relationship. Like don't make that like make an obstacle in your relationship. Like everybody's got ego, but it all depends on like if you love a person, you won't make the ego a priority. Like you'll make that person a priority, and you try to understand where she's coming from, and you try to see reasons. Like if you're really wrong, then just admit that you're wrong and just like ask for forgiveness or something. But don't make yourself think like, nah, even if I'm wrong, like I'm the man, and why should I even like admit that I'm wrong? She should be the one wrong, because everybody thinks like we women, every time there's a mistake it's our fault. So we should not, we should change that. Like some men do have faults, and not every time it's our fault or we're making it a big deal or something. Like no. And also do not make something a big deal. If it's something small, just sort it out, and if it's something big, sit down and talk it out. So that's it. And also the third one is inability or unwillingness to forgive. I think in a relationship the main thing is forgiveness. You can't love a person and not forgive them, no matter how much they've wronged you. Like you always forgive them. It's just it comes automatically. Like somebody hurts you, you forgive them. They wouldn't even know that they hurt you, but it's like I forgive them because I love them, and I care about them, and I want to be with them. But some of us some of us forgive, but a person continues making a mistake, then you know like that person is not learning their lessons, you know. Like in a relationship, you have to forgive each other if you want it to work. You have to be willing to forgive a person, like deep down in your heart. Like if you love a person, that comes naturally. Like if you don't love a person, nothing like you'll be able to forgive anybody. None. So you need to have love inside of you to be able to forgive somebody. So yeah, that's it. I think I talked a lot about that. Um, Another one, lack of respect of your loved ones. You know, when you date a person and they start lacking respect for the people you love, that's rude and mean and just lack of respect. The person isn't good for you, isn't worthy of you, you know. Even if your family does wrong to them, they shouldn't like lack respect of them. Especially if a person doesn't even wrong you and they start insulting a person whenever they're rude, or maybe you're in a fight with them and then they start like saying, your mom, boy, like, this is all your mom's fault. They shouldn't have raised you like that, or like your mom is a Satan or a witch or something like that. Like if they start insulting your parents, or you know, like insulting you is not good either. You know, because you love me, why insult me? Why call me a witch, or why call me a bitch or something? Why you're still with me, or are you like, you know, like a person should respect you. Respect is one of the top priorities in a relationship. So if you do not have that, then my dear, the relationship is not going to work. So yeah, you have to fix that. Whatever respect, if you see a person that lacks respect to you, either sit down with them and talk to them. If it doesn't work out, then you know that person is not meant for you, either in friendship, in relationships, in family, just ever. Just distance yourself from them. Okay, and another one, comparison in everything. Okay, um, comparison. For example, you have a new boyfriend and you feel insecure about yourself, you know, somehow, and you start saying like, you start going to social medias to check out his ex to see, and then you find out maybe she's pretty, and you start saying like, oh, she is pretty, why did she break up with him? Maybe I'm not good enough, or I'm not worthy enough. Oh, maybe he picked me because I'm less pretty and I wouldn't have problems with him, or I wouldn't, you know, give him headache or something like that. Even this goes to men, you know, like if if you see her ex was like handsome and you're not that handsome, and then you start feeling jealous and shit. No, you should not have guy friends. No, you should not talk to your ex anymore. No, you should not hang out with any guy friend without my permission or without me being there. Well, that's stupid. You need to trust your partner. I mean, your partner. You need to trust your partner. Like that's like respect, trust, and you know, honesty. Like those are most key substances to a relationship. Yeah. If you do not trust the person, then what is it? Like that's not that's nothing. You know, like you need to trust the person. Like if you trust the person, you wouldn't have insecurities about yourself. You wouldn't be saying like, no, do not have guy friends, no, do not have girlfriends, because they might be all over you and stuff. You need to trust your guy. If he chose you, he chose you. But if he keeps like cheating with other girls, then you shouldn't be telling him like, no, do not have like other girlfriends because you have a cheating problem. No, he should be the one to solve it and not you. And if your girl has a cheating problem with guys, you shouldn't be telling him like, no, you should not hang out with guys. No, it's a problem. You know, and you should be with somebody that keeps constantly cheating on you. That's weird. Like, where would that relationship go? Like, I don't get why people saying, like, if a person cheats, like, oh no, it was Satan past me, or like it was a mistake. Maybe if you're like heavy drunk, and why be heavy drunk in a party dancing with people while your girlfriend is not there? You'll end up cheating. Like, don't put yourself in a position to cheat. That's if you really love a person you're with, or if you really care a person that you're with, you will not put yourself in a position to cheat on them, like, for real. So that's that. And another one, competing with other couples. Like, I think we have that these days in the world. Like, if you go on Instagram, social media, Twitter, Facebook, but mostly Instagram, I think, and you see like couple goals, like, oh, his boyfriend just bought her a new iPhone. Like, oh my God, why can't my boyfriend do that? And you start competing, like making, giving headaches to your boyfriend. Like, buy me a new iPhone. Like, you see this? This girl was bought a new iPhone yesterday. Or this is bought a new car. Or this was meh. Like, just be grateful for your relationship. As long as you both are happy, stable, trust each other, love each other, are honest with each other, then like, do not have that heart of greed. Like, that's it, that is greed, like, for real, that is greed. So do not have greed in your like, in your relationship. If it's start controlling your relationship, then you'll not have a relationship anymore. Like, a person will start getting out of the relationship, either cheating or leaving you, like, so you should be grateful for what you have, no matter how small, no matter how big, no matter how middle. Just, you should be grateful for what you have. And another one, no, hold on, like, no couple is perfect, no relationship is perfect. So people might be like portraying the perfect relationship in the world, but and then you start like wishing, like, oh, I wish I would have been them. But when you're in their shoes, you like, you start saying, like, maybe they're just posting that when they're happy, but most of the times they're not even happy. They're constantly fighting or shit like that, and you shouldn't wish for somebody's relationship, like, just love yourself, find a good man, find a good woman, find, like, also love yourself, because that's the most important key. And wow, I've already in 12 minutes. Anyways, I'm going to finish. Not talking about your problems. I'm gonna put that like the last one, not talking about your problems. Like, you guys are not taking what a person says seriously, what your girl says or what your guy says seriously. Take like, those are just meaningless things. Like, maybe they tell, like, stop chewing out loud, it's annoying me, and you think like, you're not taking her seriously, you continue doing that. Like, you should, like, or some bad habits that a person doesn't like about the other person. So I insist on, like, having a weekly sit down with your loved one or your partner or anyone. Just weekly sit down, either it's on the weekend or just one day in a week, and just talk about what you guys feel, like, talk about what you guys feel inside, what you don't like about each other, what made you unhappy this week, what made you annoyed this week, what made you happy this week, what I did wrong, or how can I do to make it better, or should we go out on a date, or like, you should have a weekly sit down. Then you'll know, like, what really goes on in somebody's heart. But even if having a weekly sit down, if somebody's not open, they're not going to be open to you. So you got to be open to the person that you love. Apart from honesty, you got to be open, not like closed and not saying anything to your loved one, and just saying like, no, it's cool, everything was fine this week, and but you have a lot inside that it was not okay this week. So you have to be open and just say what you feel every week. Every day could be like a headache or something, but you should have a weekly sit down, like, just the two of you talk about your relationship, what's wrong with it, what's right with it, what can I do better, like, how can I make it better, how can we change from this to that, or how can we, like, just do that. So anyways, that's all for today. Thank you for listening. Oh my god, that's a long video, but yeah, I'm sorry about that, but By the way, thank you for showing love for all my previous videos. Thank you for liking, subscribing, commenting, and also sharing, even though it doesn't really show if somebody shared. But yeah, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment down on this video if you like it. And also just tell me some of the problems that I forgot and how you think like it could make it better for the relationship, like to be better and everything, like relationship solving. That's all for today. So thank you. It's say have a nice day. I love you all.
Your energy and your time on the small stuff. You won't have time for all the really important things that matter to you. Pay attention to the things that are critical to your happiness. Take care of the golf balls first, the really important things. Set your priorities, because everything else is